Hello, Tailgate Legends. Here we are, week 6 already. Again, man, time has been flying by. This past week went really well. We got through the Tuesday game. No games got canceled yet, thank God. Um, just kind of, again, in the future, we'll just kind of play it by ear. Um, if I think something is in danger of getting canceled or postponed or whatever, we'll try to come up with a contingency plan. Like I said in my email, I have no problem working with you guys. Just try to stay on top of it. I feel like there's definitely going to be a time where, or at least a chance that there's a time where things kind of happen last minute. So just try to stay ahead of things. Keep an eye on your lineups, and we'll go from there. So for today's video, I will walk through last week's matchups. I will do a segment called Contender or Pretender. I'll just kind of give my thoughts on if I think somebody can seriously contend for a championship. And then we'll kind of look at the week ahead, and I will give my predictions. So, get right to it. First and foremost, we have Burns against Landon. I think I took Landon in this game. Burns came up with the victory, 133 to 103. Landon, you had a big game out of Russ again, but besides that, like Ronald Jones, 16 is okay. Keenan Allen got hurt. I know that really hurt you. Zach Ertz has, I don't even know what's going on with Zach Ertz. That sucks though. And then Deontay Johnson got hurt, so a couple bad breaks. And then Burns, man, you got 40 out of Herbert. Edmonds had a good game. Gaskin had a decent game. Devontae Parker, Chanel had decent games. So put up 133. Side note, just traded away Julio, and I think that's a good move. I think it's a good trade on both sides. He's $86. Hasn't really done much, so definitely think he's probably worth around a third rounder. I don't think I would even give up a second rounder. So yeah, good trade on both sides. Okay, next we have Sam and Co. Against Shearer. Sam and Co. Lost 138 to 152, and that's with only getting 7 points out of Matt Ryan for Evan. Dalvin Cook had a good game before he got hurt. Adam Thielen has been on a tear. Kelsey had a good game. Besides that, it's okay. Kelvin really had a good game, I guess. Sam and Co. Man, Lamar Jackson has not looked the same. Darrell Henderson had a good game. Like, you had double digits out of pretty much everybody except for Badgley, but nobody really busted out. So you put up 138, which is a really good score, but Evan, your team has been so good. So, yeah, Evan with the win. Next, we have Lemke's team, now called the Addams family for good reason, against Ricky 2000. Ricky 2000, Roofer came up with the win. Man, Dak Prescott's injury was brutal. Your team, Lemke, man, I'm just looking at it right now. Devontae Adams been hurt. Deebo Samuel started hurt. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey's hurt. And now Dak Prescott's hurt. Yeah, so it's been kind of rough. But, Roofer just traded for Julio, so now I think you'll be able to start Julio every week. I don't know about the production he'll give you, but it's Julio, so who knows. But yeah, 145 out of Roofer. Next, we have Mr. Fist against the Greasers. Mr. Fist, Gar, came up with the win, 124-97. Greasers started Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones only has 2 touchdowns on the entire year through 5 weeks, and you started him. He might be the worst quarterback in the NFL, not just for NFL, but for fantasy football as well. So he got you 8 points. Gurley gave you a good, huge week. Connor with a decent game. Hill with a decent game. Woods with a decent game. But then Cooper fucked you, and I know all about Amari Cooper fucking you because he did it to me all fucking year last year, which is why I didn't want to re-sign him this year. Because he's going to give you those blow-up weeks, and then he's going to shit on you. Mahomes had a huge week. David Johnson, Alvin Kamara with 18 and 17, and then CeeDee Lamb with 18. Put up 124. It's respectable. Came away with the win. Next, we have Shit the Bed Fred against Pump and Munch. 128 to 86. Prusky got his first win, putting up 128. 86 points for Pump and Munch. Man, that hurts. And you didn't have Rodgers and you didn't have Aaron Jones. I get it. But, man, that's just... it'll get better because you'll get Rodgers and Jones back. But, man, if one of those two goes down, we'll see. Shit the Bed Fred. Big week out of Miles Sanders. Big week out of Mike Williams. You were kind of forced to start Mike Williams. You ended up with 2 tutties, so good for you. But yeah, good win for Prusk. And then last but not least, we had me against Fresh Prince of Elair, Boggs. I came away with the win, 167 to 109. Feel okay about my lineup. Boggs has some work to do. He should get Michael Thomas back next week. Got A.J. Brown back, and A.J. Brown looked really good. So who knows? Team might start picking it up. Okay, so now we're going to play a little game called Contender or Pretender, and I will give my thoughts on if I think you have a legitimate chance to win it all or not. I am just in the rosters page. I'm just going to go from left to right all the way down. I will start with me. I obviously do think I am a contender. Right now, I'm leading in points. I think I'm in third in points against, which is the reason I have fucking 2 losses. But I like my team. I think I have a decent shot again this year. I'm pretty deep. So I'll leave it at that. Next, we have Roofer. And this is a really tough one. Roofer just traded for Julio Jones. You have Josh Allen and Deshaun Watson. Chris Carson's been really good. Josh Jacobs has been really good. Besides that, you really don't have a running back you can rely on. Then you have Will Fuller's been okay. DJ Moore's been okay. And of course, after my bust and breakout segment, everybody that I said was a bust just fucking broke out with monster games. Because of course that's the way it works. Henry Ruggs, he actually looks a little better than I thought he was going to. I will admit that. But I don't really love him more than like a streaming option. So you have Julio Jones, DJ Moore. You have so many options. Will Fuller, T. Higgins. I don't know. We'll see if you can string some, good lineups together. I am going to put you in the contender category. I think you have a good enough team. I do. And you're really deep at receiver if you can pick the right receivers and pick the right lineups because you have 24 players on your roster. You're pretty deep. I think you have a chance at winning. So next we have Cheeseheads with Attitude. Obviously he's a pretender. Well, I guess maybe not obviously, but you do have Russell Wilson, who is a monster. And then, besides that, I don't know. We'll see. Keenan Allen, you don't have that bad of a team. You really don't. It's not as bad as I thought it was, but definitely not contender worthy. Next, we have Burns. I think he is a pretender as well. I think he made a really good trade. Getting rid of Julio Jones. That puts his cap room at 105. I think, Burns is starting a pretty good lineup. I don't think it's contender worthy, but I also think that Burns is more in the rebuilding stage. So, yeah, I just don't think he's going to contend this year. Next, we have the Greasers. Greasers, I am going to put as a pretender. You have Daniel Jones, Matt Stafford, and Carson Wentz as your quarterbacks. I don't mind Stafford, but your quarterbacks are not good. You do have Todd Gurley and James Conner as your running backs. I I like Todd Gurley. I don't love James Conner that much. And then your receivers, Cooper is going to be so inconsistent. Tyreek Hill is awesome, obviously. And then Robert Woods. Robert Woods has been really inconsistent. And then I don't like any of your tight ends either. Um, so I'm gonna say you're a pretender. I just don't think you have what it takes to get it done this year. So, but we'll see. Next we have Evan Shearer. I am going to put him as a contender for sure. He's got Matt Ryan, Derek Carr, and Philip Rivers, who sucks. But Delvin Cook, he's going to miss 2 weeks from an injury and then a bye week the following week. But Delvin Cook is a monster. He still has Alexander Madison. You got David Montgomery, who's getting a ton of work. He's like the Leonard Fournette of last year, where it's like he sucks, but he's getting so much work. And who knows? Maybe Le'Veon Bell signs there. You never know. And then I love your receivers. Tyler Boyd is awesome. Julian Edelman's been he's been okay. Calvin Ridley's been a stud. Adam Thielen's been a stud. And then, of course, you have Kelsey and Kittle, studs. So I am going to put you as a contender. Next, we have the Addams family. Dave Lemke. Lemke, I am still going to put you as a contender. You're going to get Christian McCaffrey back. You just signed Andy Dalton. I think Andy Dalton is going to be a serviceable quarterback. You have Jared Goff still, who is serviceable. You have James Robinson, and then you'll have Christian McCaffrey. But in the meantime, you still have Mike Davis, who's been a stud. And then you still have DeAndre Swift if you need him. If he starts blowing up, you'll have DeAndre Swift. But then your receivers, you have Jamison Crowder, Hollywood Brown, Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Tyler Lockett, Debo, and then you got Noah Fant's well, now he's hurt, but you have Austin Hooper, who isn't bad, Dalton Schultz, Jay Sternberger, and we'll see. But you have tight ends. You're a clear contender. You're going to get Christian McCaffrey back. You're going to get Devontae Adams back. You're going to get Mike Evans, and yeah, you're going to go on a tear still. So next we have Sam and Co. Let's go through the roster before I say, because I don't know. You have Lamar Jackson, who's been playing meh. You have Melvin Gordon, who just got a DUI. Damian Harris, we'll see. Darrell Henderson, we'll see. Kareem Hunt with Nick Chubb out. That's good. And besides that, I don't love it. And then you have Robbie Anderson, who's been really good. Kenny Galladay, you have back. Allen Robinson, Emmanuel Sanders. So you have good receivers. And then you have Darren Waller, the Walrus. I don't love your running backs, but you do have Kareem Hunt. I'm going to put you as a contender. I am going to put you as a contender. When I think about the starting lineups that you can have, I mean, Kareem Hunt is going to be a number one running back, and you can put Robbie Anderson, Kenny Galladay, Allen Robinson out there, and then between Melvin Gordon, Damian Harris, Emmanuel Sanders, I think you can find a really, really good last option, and then Darren Waller's good. So I'm going to put you as a contender. Yeah. Next, we have Mr. Fist, Gar. So here we have Patrick Mahomes, who is probably the number one quarterback. If I had to take one quarterback for the rest of the year, I'm probably taking Mahomes. Then we have Justin Jackson, who didn't look that bad. David Johnson, who's been okay. Alvin Kamara, probably the number one running back. And then you have Odell, DJ Chark, McCall Hardman's okay streaming. CeeDee Lamb's been a stud. Mike Gesicki's been okay. Greg Olson's been okay. Chase Claypool blew up. I am going to put you as a pretender, though. I don't think you're gonna you have a good team. I just don't know if you have a consistent enough team to go all the way. Between Odell's, he had 2 really huge games. DJ Chark's been inconsistent. Chase Claypool, he had like a 50-point game, 50 of his 72 points. And then CeeDee Lamb, who knows what's going to happen with Andy Dalton. Obviously, I love Alvin Kamara, but David Johnson is inconsistent too. So Patrick Mahomes and Alvin Kamara will take you a long way, and then you'll get some points from your other guys, but I don't think you have quite enough consistency, so I'm going to put you as a pretender. Sorry. Next, we have Pump and Munch. Here we have Aaron Rodgers, stud. He's been playing so good. Kenyon Drake, Aaron Jones been a stud. Jerick McKinnon's been okay. Devin Singletary's been okay. Stephon Diggs has been a stud and a half. DK Metcalf's been a stud and a half. Your tight end's not very good. I will. Let me check something here. Just looking at the power rankings. Okay, well, Yacht, you're 5th in points for. Mr. Fiss is behind you, but you have 691 points for. Mr. Fiss has 628. That's a pretty big gap. That's 63 points. That's a 63-point gap between 5 and 6. So you know what? I'm going to put you as a contender. Yeah, I'm going to put you as a contender. If Rodgers and Aaron Jones stays healthy, Stephon Diggs, he's not slowing down. DK Metcalf, he's not slowing down. I think you have 4 or 5 solid players that are going to give you consistent numbers. So I'll put you as a contender, which is crazy, just crazy. And then next we have Brandon, Fresh Prince of Hilaire. I'm going to put you as a pretender. One of the big reasons I'm doing that is because you're already 3 games down, I think, just to get into the playoffs. Let me double check that. 2 games back from me, 3 games back from Gar and Yacht. But I think Gar has a tiebreaker on you now. So I'm going to put you as a pretender. You're 1-4. You are going to get AJ Brown back. You're going to get Michael Thomas back. That's going to help immensely. But I don't love Le'Veon Bell. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has not been that good. He's been okay. He hasn't been that good. And then you have, Raheem Mostert. He's going to come back. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say what's going to happen with that backfield. Obviously, I love your receivers, but we'll see. You're already pretty far back, and your tight ends are awful. You have 4 awful tight ends. But we'll see. And then we have, last but not least, shit the bed Fred. Prusky, I'm going to put you as a pretender as well. Your quarterback situation is not ideal. You do have Derrick Henry. You have Miles Sanders. Obviously, Saquon went out. That sucks. But, you have Sanders. You have Henry. You have Godwin. He'll play eventually. Juju has not been very good. I don't know. Your receivers they just haven't been good. And then, your tight end situation is also not good with Evan Ingram and Eric Ebron. So I just don't think you have what it takes to go all the way. That's just my opinion though. So yeah, that's what I got. That wraps up this segment of Contender or Pretender. So now we are going to go to next week's matchups. God, that's so crazy. We're already in week 6. All right, first matchup. We have another doubleheader, I think. Yeah, we have another doubleheader. Again, I apologize. So we have Burns against Cheeseheads with Attitude again. I'm going to take Burns again. I think Russell Wilson's on a bye, but he does have Ryan Fitzpatrick, who is awesome. But Justin Herbert has also been awesome. So, I'm going to do Landon starting Zach Ertz and Robert Tonyan. We'll see how that goes. I'm taking Burns in this one. Next, we have Evan Shearer against Sam & Co. This is a big matchup again. I, 1 I'm going Evan. I'm going Evan again. I think Matt Ryan, he only scored like 7 points last week, and he still beat Weiler and Co. I think Matt Ryan has a better day. Um, he'll have Alexander Madison, David Montgomery, Calvin Ridley, Adam Thielen, Kelsey and Kittle, Sam and Co., Lamar Jackson, and then Darrell Henderson. Who knows? Sean McVay already said he wanted to get Cam Akers more work. Who knows what's going to happen with that, though. Kareem Hunt, he's going to be a stud. Robbie Anderson, I love. Allen Robinson. Just the quarterback situation there sucks. And then Emmanuel Sanders, they're going to get Michael Thomas back, and Emmanuel Sanders might not do that much, so we'll see. But yeah, I am going to take Evan in this one, but I think it'll be close. I think it'll be really close. I think probably within 10 points, so we'll see. Next, we have Ricky 2000 against the Adams family. Okay. You will have Jared Goff. You will have Devontae Adams back. You will have Mike Evans. So we have Jared Goff, Mike Davis, James Robinson, Devontae Adams, Marquise Brown, Mike Evans, Austin Hooper against Josh Allen, Mark Ingram, Will Fuller, T. Higgins, Christian Kirk, DJ Moore. I don't know why your lineup is like that. Maybe you have some buys. You'll probably get Julio in there somewhere. Either way, I'm taking Lemke in this one. I think I took Lemke last week too, and that didn't go well. But I think I'm taking Lemke in this one. He'll get revenge. He'll get his revenge. Next, we have the Greasers against Mr. Fist. I am taking Mr. Fist in this one again. Man, there's a chance that Gar wins the division. I just don't think he has what it takes to get all the way. We'll see. Greasers, I got to think that you're going to put in Matt Stafford. You'll have James Conner, Todd Gurley, Amari Cooper, Tyreek Hill, Robert Woods. That's a good lineup. You'll have Jared Cook as well, but between Mahomes, David Johnson. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Saints are on a bye. So Greasers, so Fist won't have Elvin Kamara. So that makes things way more interesting. I'm actually taking the Greasers in this one. I'm taking the Greasers. You're going to struggle without Elvin Kamara. I'm taking the Greasers in this one. Get Stafford in your lineup. Your lineup looks way better, so we'll see. Next, we have Pump and Munch against Shit the Bed Fred. I would really like to see Prusky get another win. I'd like to see me get another win, catch up to Fist and Yacht, Pump and Munch. However, Pump and Munch gets Rodgers and Aaron Jones back, which is why I'm taking Yacht. Shit the Bed Fred, you'll have Kirk Cousins in a good matchup against the Falcons. Derrick Henry, Miles Sanders, but then, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Godwin, Juju, and Evan Ingram, it just doesn't look good. So yeah, I'm taking Yacht in this one. I do think it'll be close, but I'm taking Yacht. Next, last but not least, we have me against Fresh Prince of Hilaire. I'm going to take me again. However, it's going to be much closer this time because, maybe not, because Michael Thomas is on a bye, so I don't have to fuck with Michael Thomas. I'm still taking me. I'm taking me. Breeze, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Antonio Gibson, Josh Kelly. I got to think you're not going to start Josh Kelly. Maybe Raheem Mostert. A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's so good. Darius Slayton. But I love my lineup. I'll have Zeke, Mixon, Taylor, Hopkins, Cooper Kupp, Mark Andrews. We'll see what I do with my lineup. I don't know. I like a couple of my options. We'll see. So last week, my video got cut off. It stopped suddenly all on its own. But I was saying that, I talked about the victory points format. It probably is something that I'm going to propose. Again, I already told everybody this, but, if you look at points against, first place is the Addams family. He is up there with points for, but he is also the least in that division for points against. And then you have Evan, who is has the second least for points against in second place. Then you have Sam & Co. for third, third lowest in points against, who's in third place. And then you have Ricky 2000, who's in fifth for points against. So you can kind of see the succession there where so much is dependent on how much people score against you, which is not really truly indicative of how good your team is, because all the time you see the top scoring team just outscoring another top 6 scoring team. It happens all the time. It happens every week. So just throwing that out there. And then it's kind of the same. I think I am in second for points against. I have the second most points against me at 717 points against me. The only other person that has more is Burns at 771. Nobody else is in the 700s. Burns is getting fucked. So just throwing that out there. Burns, really appreciate you doing the spreadsheet. Hope everybody enjoyed the video. It's already Wednesday. We got a game, or no, we don't have a game tomorrow because it got fucking postponed. Shit. But anyway, good luck this week, everybody, and I will again try to make another video next week.